Welcome back to the Photography Tip of the Week. I'm your host, Phil Morris, the Time and Time photographer. I know that this episode is a long time coming, and I apologize for being off the grid, so to speak, for the past months. But I've taken the time to retool, restore, revive, and recreate the podcast. Here's what's in store. Video. Not every podcast will have video, but many will. The podcast won't be just about camera work. Theory and post-processing will be involved as well. And I intend to do series of types of photography, starting with things like senior portraits and doing a special on landscapes or high dynamic range. I also have a few interviews already lined up, and I'm also being sponsored by 2 companies so far. If you know of a third or a fourth, I'd be happy to hear from them. And now, on to this week's tip, number 96. Clutter in your scene. I know this is a bit extreme, but sometimes when I do photos, it seems like all this stuff is all around you. What you need to do is you need to clean it up, just like you clean yourself up. See? Scene looks a lot better without any clutter in it. You don't have a pile of balloons, you don't have pillows out of place, you don't have piles of clothes. Anything that can distract your scene and take the viewer's eye off of your subject is something that you need to get rid of, and it's best to do it in camera. Yes, you can do it in post-processing, but as you could see, that initial scene, there would have been a lot of work done to get that taken care of. So this way you can focus in on your subject, be it me, the sign, or a pillow, whatever your subject is. Clear up everything around it before you start photographing. That's the tip for this week. My name is Phil Morris, the Time and Time photographer. You can find me on timeandtime.com. That's time-and-time.com. I'll have another tip for you next week and more to come. You can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/timeandtime.
I just do a lot of photographies, and I do a lot of like pillows and like a puppy and like